Shlomo Benartzi, The Smarter Screen, Surprising Ways to Influence and Improve Online Behavior. In an age of digital abundance, attention is a scarce commodity. The Smarter Screen, Surprising Ways to Influence and Improve Online Behavior, by Shlomo Benartzi sheds light on how to build engaging and persuasive platforms that capture the attention of users. The book's summary takes you through the human mind's limitations while consuming information, and how companies can benefit from these cognitive limitations. It also delves into the power of visuals, the emiddle bias phenomenon, balancing ease of use with customer decision-making, providing effective feedback, and successful real-life examples of personalization.
Information overload and attention. In the digital age, the abundance of information available has led to attention span issues for users. The brain's cognitive capacity is limited, and when presented with an overload of information, people begin to miss out. Despite this, companies have been able to fill the gap between presented and noticed information for a profit. For instance, sites like Booking.com and Hotels.com use a simplified platform to offer a wealth of accommodations, charging hotel owners up to a 30% commission. Engaging websites, the secret to triggering the subconscious. Tinder's split-second decision-making process is an example of how our subconscious influences our choices. To engage users with your website, visual appeal is essential. Bank of America's website is an example of what not to do. Building an engaging website involves a balance of color and detail to trigger the subconscious. The halo effect, where one prominent feature influences a person's judgment, applies to website design. Master the art of persuasion. Learn how to influence people's choices by using middle bias and strategic information organization. As consumers, we often find ourselves drawn to certain products that are centrally located on the shelves. This is because of the middle bias, a phenomenon that affects how we perceive our surroundings and make decisions. Our eyes tend to jump around in a predictable pattern, always ending up fixated on the center. This bias is so powerful that even our favorite candy, placed far off to the side, may go unnoticed. Marketers and advertisers have capitalized on this middle bias to influence our decisions. Placing links or products in the center of the screen or shelf increases the chances of people clicking or buying them. But it's not just the center that matters, highlighting specific options also helps them stand out and boosts their chances of being selected. However, to fully utilize this bias, it's essential to consider how we organize information. For instance, when Dell Computers listed its computer models in columns and other information, such as prices, in horizontal rows, customers focused more on the cheapest computer. But when the information was switched, customers spent more time looking at the products and less time focusing on price. Understanding how middle bias affects decision-making and utilizing strategic information organization can be harnessed to influence others effectively. These techniques are especially useful when people are multitasking or not looking for something specific. By mastering the art of persuasion, you can influence the choices of others in a way that is beneficial to both you and them. The paradox of ease. Making online services too easy may not always be to the benefit of users. Studies show that by introducing elements of disfluency into a task, we can improve people's attention and long-term memory. Uber's surge pricing serves as an example of how a simple interface can create issues. Rather than making things easy all the time, making a task slightly harder can activate deliberate thinking. Encouraging users to manually enter information or using an unfamiliar font or unusual layout are some of the ways to introduce disfluency. The paradox of ease lies in ensuring that the customer can get something done quickly, while also carefully considering certain information. Giving feedback effectively. Providing feedback is critical, and it should be presented in the right way for it to have a lasting impact. The right balance of feedback is essential, and it follows an inverted U-curve, too little, and too much being ineffective. To be effective, feedback should be appropriately timed and make clear how to achieve the desired outcome. Giving feedback should produce an emotional response in the recipient for it to be useful. Personalization and timing for effective outreach. In a world where information overload is common, personalization has become the key to effective communication. Personalized content speaks directly to individuals, increasing engagement with the message. Digital personalization is easy to achieve and inexpensive, as demonstrated by Coca-Cola's experimental campaign that personalized billboard ads in Tel Aviv. Aging Booth, a free app that adds effects to photos making people appear much older, has been proven useful in encouraging people to put away money for retirement. Timing also plays a vital role in successful outreach. The Fresh Start effect, a technique that urges individuals to make changes on certain days, is found to work effectively in people's efforts toward goals. Researchers have discovered that people are more likely to work towards goals at the beginning of the week, month, or year and on significant dates such as birthdays or retirement. The paradox of choice. The healthcare.gov website allows users to choose from 78,000 insurance plans, yet studies show that people often make incorrect decisions or none at all due to an overwhelming amount of data. This phenomenon, known as the paradox of choice, also results in buyer's remorse and increased anxiety in the digital age. The solution is to establish guided decision-making and offer a curated selection of options. A study comparing two marmalade stands, one with 24 choices and the other with 6, proved that simpler options led to a higher purchasing rate. Applying this concept, the author helped a couple narrow down their options to only 16 houses and then used a system to present 4 options at a time, resulting in a much easier and successful decision-making process.
With the wealth of information vying for attention online, understanding human behavior is crucial to creating platforms that engage users. The smarter screen offers valuable insights into a user's cognitive capacity, instant decision-making processes, and the critical role of visuals in website design. It teaches us to harness the power of eye movement patterns, strike a balance between simplicity and disfluency, and consider personalization to appeal more effectively to customers. By synthesizing these key takeaways, businesses can create digital content that not only captures users' attention but also influences their actions and decisions, leading to more success in a fast-paced digital world.